Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we were just watching the Egyptian king Mo Salah or Mohamed Salah, the legend of soccer in Egypt and the whole world, he has recently achieved a record and he became a legend for the Liverpool club and became Liverpool's record Premier League soccer. And to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have this phone with Mr. Mohamed Adel, the sports critic. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Mr. Adel, how did you follow what Salah has made, making history with his new record? How did you follow this?
Well, Salah became a legend in Liverpool since he helped the team to win the Premier League in 2020 after 30 years of being absent from taking this precious championship. But what Salah is doing nowadays with Liverpool, with hitting the records and making new records with Liverpool, he became a great legend in Liverpool, same as many legend names played in Liverpool, like the Welsh player Ian Rush, Kenny Dalglish, talking about Steven Gerrard. Mohamed Salah hit the record of those players, especially Robbie Fowler, who was the Premier League top scorer for Liverpool since 1992. Mohamed Salah hit this record and he scored his 129th goal in the Premier League with Liverpool and 131 in general, as he scored 2 goals with Chelsea. Really, Salah is doing the history and writing a new history, not only for Liverpool team, but for the Egyptian football history. Since we played football in Egypt in the 19th century or the beginning of the 20th century.
Yes, so Mr. Adel, now the whole world is talking about Mohamed Salah, not only in Egypt, not only in England.
Yes.
The whole world is talking nowadays since last Sunday, about Mo Salah or Mohamed Salah. Every country is thinking of Salah, its programs, its media, its journals, its every country in the world is now talking about the Egyptian king of soccer, Mohamed Salah. Could you elaborate on this point, please?
Of course. Salah scored his 129th goal versus Manchester United. And we all know the relation between Manchester United and Liverpool throughout the whole years since the beginning of football in England in 1863. So we know that it's a very hard and very difficult and very sensitive game. Salah, till the last 6 games versus Manchester United, he didn't score versus Manchester United. Mohamed Salah became the top scorer, the Liverpool's top scorer versus Manchester United after he scored 10 goals in Manchester United net. Salah scored and hit the record in a historical game for Liverpool as they thrashed Manchester United with 7-0. I believe it was a very great night, unforgettable night for Liverpool. And as per the importance of the game between Liverpool and Manchester United and what Salah did in that game, the media, not only in England, not only in Egypt, but all over the world, will talk about what Salah did versus Manchester United, as he scored twice and he assisted twice in a game, in a great game, and one of the biggest games in the English football history, Liverpool versus Manchester United. So what Salah is doing, and the feedback and the reaction of the international media and the world sports media I believe Salah deserves to be one of the megastars, and he is already one of the megastars of football nowadays, but he is more shining in the football sky nowadays. Mohamed Salah is the first name in the football industry, in the football throughout this week. When you are talking about anything this week, we have many games. We have the Premier League, we have the Serie A, we have the Liga, we have also the Champions League this week. Yesterday and today we have the UEFA Champions League game. But the headline of football this week was absolutely Mohamed Salah.
Yes, Mr. Adel, in your opinion, what are the characteristics of and the personality of Mohamed Salah, which made him the king of soccer? It's not only that he's an excellent player or something like that, but the people really loves him and loves his manners, the way he speaks, his ideas, the message he conveys behind his words. So how do you see all this?
Well, he is a patient person, very patient person. He was taking his steps slowly but very surely, so as to be in that rank in Liverpool's fans' hearts and in the world's heart. Mohamed Salah is an ordinary player, ordinary human being. He's not that great and arrogant, and so as we watched and we saw in many megastars in football, but he is very ordinary, dealing with all people with a very good way of doing. We all know what Salah did in Liverpool City by the papers shown the effect of being Mohamed Salah in Liverpool's team on the Liverpool citizens, whether people chanting for Liverpool or chanting for Everton, the second club in Liverpool. So Mohamed Salah is an ordinary person, but he is very effective on the pitch and outside the pitch also. So he's taking all the grants, he's taking everything good from the fans, whether Liverpool fans or any other fans. We saw what Sir Alex Ferguson of Manchester United said about Salah. He was whelming about what Salah did and what Salah is doing, and he is asking how we didn't see Salah since the beginning, so as we can take him to Manchester United before Liverpool took him in 2017. Salah is writing history, not only in the Egyptian football, but also in the English football and in Liverpool's great history football.
Yes, so Mr. Adel, Salah described his record as very special, and he said, quote, "This record was in my mind since I came here. After my first season, I was always chasing the record," unquote. So what's your comment on this? He had a certain goal in his mind.
Absolutely, yes. And we saw that in the first season when he became the top scorer of the English Premier League with 32 goals. We felt that Salah is going on the way of being one of the biggest top scorers in the Premier League, but being the Liverpool's top scorer ever, the biggest and the most person, not only a player, whether a defender or an offenser or a striker, who scored the most goals for Liverpool in the Premier League is a great history. There are no two persons having the same record. Only Mohamed Salah is Liverpool's top scorer in Premier League history, and it's a great and very great title since we are talking about a 30-year competition. It began in 1992, and we are now in 2023. Mohamed Salah became the Liverpool's top scorer as he helped the club to win this championship in 2020 for the only time for Liverpool as Liverpool never won the Premier League since 1992 till 2020. Mohamed Salah is the top scorer. He is the seventh on the top scorers list of Liverpool in total games, as I believe he will be better and better in the near future. I believe Salah, after hitting that great record, and we all wrote and read what Robbie Fowler, the ex-top scorer of Liverpool in the Premier League, wrote in Twitter, and he's chanting for Salah and said congratulations for the Egyptian king, Mo Salah. I believe Salah will go better and better to be draw his name literally on every Liverpool fan's heart. I believe Salah, not because he hit the record, but he became one of Liverpool's legends. Many people talking about the departure of Salah from Liverpool. I believe it will never happen for Salah. Salah will be at Liverpool until the end of his professional career with football. Salah is writing history with Liverpool. I believe he should take his prestigious deserve in Egypt, because I got something that in Egypt there was no festivals or no ceremonial festivality for Salah, as he hit a great record. We didn't watch someone who said congratulations for Salah, and the biggest Egyptian names never wrote in their social media platforms, whether Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or anything. But Salah is writing history for Liverpool and for the Egyptian football history. Salah will continue in his way to be one of the biggest names in the English Premier League ever since 1992, inshallah.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you also for your valuable information, Mr. Mohamed Adel, sports critic. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. And with this, my dear viewers, we come to the end of this episode of our program, The Breakfast Show. I was in the company of my colleague, Shireen Adel. My name is Amal Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.
Keep going when I say go, we'll jump. Down we go.